The City of Monroe also held a 9/11 ceremony to honor first responders and those who died in 2001. It featured a prayer, spoken word performance, and speech from former U.S. Congressman Rodney Alexander. Police Chief Vic Zordon says it's important to remember what happened.
Don't forget the things that happened in the past and the sacrifices that were made by the firefighters, EMS, and police officers. And it just exemplifies what we do today, the protection, the distinction, running towards danger versus backwards. And we really want to show appreciation to all first responders, law enforcement, and firefighters, and remember what happened back then and not forget it so we can, in essence, keep it from happening again.
And Alexander said remembering 9/11 can help our youth understand the loss that can result from hate.